Hi, welcome back. In the middle part of the Xcode application is where nearly all the action takes place. This is called the source code editor or the source editor. And it is a text editor if we have a text file selected, like a Swift file here. It is interface builder, a storyboard editor, or a nib file editor, if you will, if we have a storyboard selected. It allows us to look at various other settings, for instance, the app icon settings and the assets selection. If we look at a plist, it shows it in this way. If we right-click the file that we're looking at, we could actually open a plist as the source code, the XML file that it is, and that would show it in source. So actually, this is a very smart, context-sensitive editor in the sense that whatever we have selected over here on the right, it will edit in a format that makes the most sense to us here in the center. So let's concentrate on this editor and its use for now. So back to the view controller, we see that it has contextually displayed this as text. At the top, we have some things we can look at. So this first button is things that we can look at within the context of the project. We can see recent files that we've been to. We could see counterparts. This is showing us View Controller Swift has no counterparts other than View Controller Swift's interface. We can actually look at the interface for this, and it will bring it up in a new editor window. View Controller Swift actually does have an interface in an object-oriented sense that declares it is a view controller, and it overrides view did load and did receive memory warning from the view controller class. But we can get out of that and look at the actual class itself by re-clicking on View Controller Swift. The next thing is we have a back button and a forward button. And then we have a hierarchical display here that tells us where we are. First of all, if we click on the first part of the display, then we can go to various subproducts or subprojects within our Hello Xcode project. We can go to the source code itself. We can go to the tests, the user interface tests, and the products that we're going to be creating. If we go a little bit farther down, if we click Hello Xcode, then we can go to various parts that are shown over here. If we go a little bit further down, we can see the view controller. If we and this is our listing that we have over here. If we drill down into, let's say, the view controller, we can select what method, property, whatever we want to inspect over here. So let's say we want to look at did receive memory warning, and we'll jump to that particular spot. There's also a way that we can add some symbolic content to this area. We can use a mark, and in Objective-C, this was hash pragma mark. In Swift, we can say comment and then all uppercase MARK colon, and then we can get a separator by doing that. And we'll see that there's a separator here. We can get a separator and a tag by saying memory, maybe. This is a memory function. Did receive memory warning. So that'll do that. And if we put a separator, the tag, and another separator, hyphen, we can get a offset separator, and then whatever we put, and then another separator. So this is a way to organize this view. So that is the controls of the editor. If we right-click in the editor, we get edit functions, basic edit functions, similar to what we would get if we clicked in the edit menu here. So now let's see. We can also open what's called an assistant editor. We'll get two editor windows. On one side, we will get this edit. On the other side, in this case, by default, we opened the counter file for the viewcontroller.swift. We opened its interface file. But we can have two different files in these two different editors by drilling down to whatever it is we want to look at. So here we can look at Hello Xcode under Manual, Hello Xcode, maybe the storyboard. That's the launch screen storyboard, but you get the idea. We can look at various different things both at once. When you do this, you might want to get rid of both of the side panels so that you see both of your storyboards or both of your files at the same time. The third button up here is a versioning inspector, and now I have both. I have made a change here, and it shows up here. And we can use this in conjunction with a Git repository and so forth. So back to the main editor, and we'll open up both of our side pieces again. Below the main editor, of course, as we already talked about a little bit, is the debug window. The debug window has two parts. This is the output side, in which all of our program output is going to be, if we have any. So this would be like debug output, print statements. On this side, we have symbolic debug information, breakpoints, and then some things appear up here to allow us to step through, jump over, and so forth in our code. And of course, we can take this and move this divider or get rid of it entirely if we're only interested in one or the other. So that is the edit area in Xcode 7. Thank you very much.